And today's topic, as you can see, is Facebook in under 30 minutes a day. So say hello down in the comments and let me know what Facebook tips and tricks you have. What are the things that you do that really make things on Facebook or social media in general run a lot smoother for you? And I'm just going to make sure that I am actually live here. It says I am, so let me just update this screen. Fabulous. I am live. Fabulous, fabulous. So for those of you who don't know me, my name is Evie Burke, and I work with entrepreneurs and I help them take their productivity to a new level. So at the end of the day, they don't have to worry about, oh my goodness, what didn't I get done today, or what has to be done tomorrow? There's so much to do. But instead they have a plan and they know what they want to focus on. And at the end of the day, instead of that craziness, they can just completely and utterly focus on spending that time with the people that they want to spend their time with. So I see Mary commented, she says schedule blocking, scheduling posts. Yeah, putting pages in a friend list. Yes, absolutely, Mary. That's actually one of the things I'm going to talk about today. So hey, Rochelle. So one of the things that has come up for a couple of times in the last week or so is, how do I get the things done on Facebook that I want to get done without losing hours or even an hour of my day every day to Facebook or to social media? And I'll admit it was a struggle at first. It was one of those things that I had to play with and figure out, what did I really want to be spending my time with? And so today I'm going to share with you what it is that I did that helped me move from not really being sure how I wanted to approach social media or Facebook and what I needed to be doing there to the things that I do now. So first, I figured out what were the things that I wanted to do every single day on Facebook, and I listed it out. And I refined it a couple of times. I edited it, I changed it up, and this is the list that I ended up with. I'm going to post it here in the comments so that you can see it to reference it. So this is my list. Every single day, I check birthdays, I check my Facebook group for new members, I do a check-in for my Facebook group, I check Facebook Messenger for any messages that have come in or things that I need to respond to. I look at my friend requests and respond or delete depending on what's going on there. And I look at friends pages, like friends, what friends are posting and what their business pages are posting. So these are just short, quick phrases, words and phrases that kind of trigger me to think about, okay, this is what I need to be doing. So one, they remind me what I need to do, and two, they're really easy to write down. So every day on my to-do list, I write down those 6 things. And I do 2 lines. I have my little notebook, and I do 2 lines and 3 across on each one. And then as I do them, I mark them as done. And I have bookmarks set up in my browser. My browser is Chrome, for each of those items. And actually, Friends and Business Pages is made up of 5 bookmarks, and I'll go over that in just a little bit. But I open all of the bookmarks at once, and then I methodically make my way through it. And if I find myself off on a sidetrack, I can easily get back on board and just look and see, okay, what is it that I haven't done yet from my list? Look at my to-do list. What hasn't been marked done? And then go through those open tabs. Sometimes I set my timer for 15 to 20 minutes and just try to get through it fairly quickly. And the time varies. How much time it takes me to get through it varies based on how many new members are asking to join my Facebook group, because there's a specific list of things that I do for each of the new members. It also depends on how many things I decide to respond to, whether it's in my group or commenting or saying something to a friend's post or to their business page. And it depends on how many messages I have in Facebook. to respond to or that I'm sending. So today I actually timed myself and it took me 24 minutes. And I was actually a little surprised because I felt like I had gotten a little sidetracked, and I hadn't really. I was updating a post that I did yesterday. I was commenting on a couple other people's posts, and I actually set up a coffee meeting with somebody in Facebook Messenger within that 24-minute period. So it is possible to get a lot done. So Rochelle asks, so Mary says, friend requests and block any friend requests that I never want to hear from again. Usually not real people, but fake accounts trying to friend me. And Rochelle says, how do you know the difference between fake accounts and real accounts? So Rochelle, what I do when I get a friend request from somebody that I have never met, that has not taken the initiative to like message me and say hello and why they want to connect, and 95% of the time, actually 99% of the time, they're men that I don't know that have like random things posted to their account. I don't even think about it anymore. I don't feel bad about it. I just delete and mark them as spam, because if they're not taking the initiative to reach out and actually try to start a conversation with me or explain why they decided to friend me, then I'm not going to worry about it. I have gotten some friend requests from some women that I don't know, and occasionally a guy, but mostly women. But we have a lot of friends in common. So then I figure that, okay, they're legitimate and they're maybe just trying to connect with more people on Facebook. And so I will usually accept their friend requests, and sometimes I will reach out to them and say, hey, it was great to connect with you on Facebook. Would you like to, tell me a little bit more about yourself? Or I'll notice something in their profile and mention it, and maybe ask them to coffee or something. Or if I just don't feel like doing that, I'll accept the friend request and I'll just not follow them so they don't actually show up in my feed. And then if later I meet them in person, then I can remember who they are and maybe check them out on Facebook. And if I notice that they're not friends or that I'm not following them, then I might follow them again. The other thing that I haven't done so much recently, but I actually had, which I was looking at it today as I was preparing for this. I have a friends group called Who Are You? And so when I would get friends requests from people that I didn't know, but we had a lot of people in common, I would throw them in there and unfollow them. And if they were in there and I found them later, it'd be like, okay, well, I didn't really know who they were, right? But it just gave me a way to know that I didn't know if they popped up somewhere later and I'm wondering, like, who is this? Then it was confirmation that, yeah, I really don't know who they are. All right. And yeah, Mary basically said the same thing that I did about the friend requests. So fabulous. Okay, so I want to share my browser and walk you through what I do here. So forgive me if the little thing in the corner, I'm looking off to the side because it's on my other screen. So I have daily social media, and this is my bookmark bar, my bookmark bar on my browser, and it's Chrome. And here I have the things that I do. So birthdays, new member requests, it's my Facebook group, Facebook Messenger, friend requests, and then these are the different Facebook friend groups that I've set up. And then these are just a couple of groups that I just kind of pop into and I check and see if there's anything new there that I want to respond to. So basically, like, birthdays takes me to the page. Actually, let's look at, yeah, it takes me to the page in events. It just bookmarks me right there. And then that page opens up. I'm not going to open all of the tabs because it will slow down my computer as it tries to load all the pages, and then my video will go a little wonky potentially. But it just tells me what the birthdays were today, gives me, the spot to say happy birthday once I've done that with the people that I know. Again, there's some people, like, I know who Wendy is, but we don't see each other. We aren't particularly close. We've met each other maybe once at an event in like Atlanta or something maybe. I could be wrong, but I just say that quick and then move on to the next tab. So like new member requests. It just takes me directly to the page where it shows me the new members or the people requesting membership in my group. And I can just go through quick and see, she hasn't answered the questions yet, so I haven't or responded to my message. Friend requests, same thing. It just takes me directly to that page where I could see. So I did this morning, so I cleared those out all already. I do want to say Messenger. You'll see, actually somebody said something, so actually I'm not going to open that on the off chance that there's a conversation there that I don't want made public. That's because they're personal conversations. So closed that. But Messenger usually is pretty clean. There's nobody there. Because I go through and once I respond, I remove them from the list, so you don't see them. So I don't see them. So then only the things that I need to respond to or the new requests show up in Messenger. So it's really easy for me to not lose things. I think I did another Facebook Live about that. So what I want to do is I want to show you, so I want to talk a little bit about my groups, my friend lists rather. So I have 5 lists here. So UPC, these are the people who are in the Unnamed Productivity Club. So I have them in a separate list. So I can keep up to date with the things that they're doing, see what they're posting on Facebook, support them. I also have one for just their business pages. So again, I can do the same thing. Friends to watch. So these are people that either I'm friends with. These are business businesses I'm friends with, people that might be potential clients at one point, and just businesses and people that I just want to follow just because I like them, and they might never be clients, and that's fine. I just want to support them and follow them a little closer on social media than just randomly catching things potentially on Facebook. And then I have their business pages, and then anybody that I'm friends with in my Facebook group, I have a group for them, a list rather for them too. So I'm just gonna open this one, and just so we can get into Facebook. So you can see your, oh, here, let me go here. Here we go, friends list. You can see your friend list down there under Explore. And then some of them, it will give you automatic groupings. I'm not sure why this one is there twice, but it'll give you some automatic groupings like family, or your local area, that kind of thing. And then you have the ones that you create. So when you create a list, you can call it, whatever you want. So we'll just call Delete Me. I was playing with it earlier, so that's why it's in there. And then you can add members to it. So you can add pages to this, but when you're here at this spot, it won't let you do that. It will only let you add a friend. So I'm just going to add Mary Wu here and create that list. No one will ever see that they're in your lists unless you happen to show them what your lists are. Like Mary doesn't get an alert that says, hey, Evie just added you to her Delete Me friends list. Like that doesn't happen. So, but then you can edit your list and it'll automatically show you the people on this list, but you can do pages and then you can search for pages that you like. So here we go, here's Mary's Facebook page. And if I hadn't liked her page, but I wanted to follow it, it wouldn't show up here. So I'd have to go and like her page. And then when I'm in the list, then I could follow it. So here, then I'd follow it. And then if the way I like to do it is I like to have the people in one list and the pages in another list. You don't have to do it that way, do what works for you, but that's what I have found works for me. Then I'd remove that one, and now it's um a list of, this is Mary's group here, of that, but I'd have to refresh it before it would actually show me that change. So here we go. So here, this is her business page now. So that's how I do that. Let me see if you guys have any questions before I move on. All right. Yeah, Mary says having. Oh, I did send you a birthday card, Rochelle. Yes. And Mary says having pages and people in different lists works better for her because different mindsets. Yeah, absolutely. So let me see. So I've covered that. So whether you're watching the recording or you're here live, ask your questions. If you're watching the recording, actually, let me move this back to, you can see me. There we go. Whether you are watching live or watching the recording, let me know what questions you have around this, and I am happy to answer them. And if you are watching the recording, I'll see that you commented and I'll come back and I'll respond so you can get your questions answered. But again, that's how I arrange my daily things that I do in Facebook, just because having it there gives me, okay, that tab is done, I'm done looking at that, and I can move on to the next one. And it just works. That works really, really well for me. And then marking it off on my to-do list to kind of give me that sense of accomplishment and completion, which is really important when you're a business owner. And two, it gives me that visual cue that yes, I have completed that for the day. I was going to see. Okay. So that is it for that, unless I see any questions. But I did want to let you guys know that the reason that I chose this topic is I had been asked about it a couple of different times. And the last time I was asked about it was a question somebody had during the Q&A portion of the weekly accountability call of my unnamed productivity group. And if having a place to ask questions like that, the things that kind of get you hung up when it comes to productivity, or even just a place to say, hey, this part or this thing around productivity or even my business isn't really working for me now. Do you have any suggestions about what I can do? It's a great place to come because not only do you get the responses and answers from me, but you also get the feedback and the support of the other people who are on the call. So if that's something that you would find useful in your business, come check out the Unnamed Productivity Club. I'm going to paste the link where you can find more information about it there. It's a place to come and get a dose of accountability. You share, what are your most important things to accomplish this week. It's again a place to ask me and the rest of the group questions, to bounce ideas off of them, to have me walk you through, some of the things that you might have questions about. And every month I walk the members of the group through how I do my goal setting. So we take 90 minutes once a month and we do goal setting for the upcoming month. So that's actually coming up next week. And if you want to join the group, I invite you to check it out, to join us. There is space this month for 7 people to join. I am slowly and purposefully growing the group because I don't want it to get too big too fast where then I can't manage it and the people in the group don't feel like they're getting the support or the interaction that they were hoping for. So the small growth is on purpose. So again, there's 7 spots open right now. It's $5 for your first month, so you can check it out, and then it's $47 a month after that. And one of the things that I know really annoys me when I sign up for monthly subscription things is if they don't tell me what I can do to leave if and when I'm ready to leave. So in your welcome email, I share this just because it is one of my pet peeves. In your welcome email, I share 2 ways for you to leave the group if you decide it's not for you. Uh, so save that so then you have that, for reference later if you need it. But again, I'm pretty accessible to the ladies in the group. So if you have any questions about this or anything else, um, you can always ask me. So anyway, the last thing I want to say about the Unnamed Productivity Club is if it will help you take your best of intentions, and you know what those are. Those are well, I meant to get this done this month, but insert excuse or reason here is why I didn't get that done. If you want to take those intentions to get things done and accomplish goals, and you want to actually make them a reality, the Unnamed Productivity Club is a great place to be for that. So that's it. That's all I have to say. Again, if you have any questions about my Facebook in under 30 minutes a day, then let me know. I'm happy to answer those questions. And that's it for this week's Wednesday Live with Evie. It was number 72. And I will see you back here next week. Much love. Bye. Just have to find the tab to stop it. There we go. Have a great day.